Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. And we are outside the tavern here in Uzhitz, guys. We're still trying to figure out who was the perpetrator in the very grisly murder of Limpy Lobash. And we were told we need to go ahead and talk to the priest that's here at this church, who may have more information. Apparently, Limpy kept to himself, but the day before he disappeared, he actually went to church. So maybe he had some things he wanted to get off his chest, confession style. And it looks like we've got some construction going on here. Hello? I hope this is the right door. Ooh. The offering box. Yeah, definitely have some construction going. Maybe touch up some paint. Interesting ceiling. But where is the priest? Ah. It's probably over here. Never mind. Could that be like the confessional area? Read. Alexandra Partipilo. Okay. I didn't know you could actually read some of these things. That's cool. Well, maybe he is making the rounds. That doesn't look like a priest. Also can go ahead and... I didn't leave... No, I didn't... That wasn't me. Who's ringing the bell, though? Hold on. Maybe we need to go ahead and check that out. What's this little place? Hello? Ooh. Oh, good lord. What kind of church is this? Is this ran by a Cappadocian? VTM joke. Ugh. Hey, I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares. Okay. Maybe those are the people that just didn't have enough coin to get buried in the ground? And... what's in here? A good hiding spot, apparently. Who's that? Oh, he looks like a priest. What is he? Oh, he's got a sword. Hi, Father Godwin.
The blessings of our good Lord be with you, Father. I'm here in the name of Sir Hanush of Lipa, investigating the massacre at Neuhof, which seems to be connected to a murder here. Can I ask you a few questions?
It seems Sir Hanush is employing children as investigators. But ask as you wish, boy. I hope this nasty business will be cleared up quickly.
Did you know Lubosh? What was he like?
Bit of a lost soul. Simple, rough fellow, but at heart I don't think he was such a bad person.
This guy used to be a soldier. You can just tell by the way he's talking and how he looks.
Did you notice anything suspicious recently?
My child, all sorts of suspicious things have been going on recently. People like Lubosh don't know what to do about it, and sometimes they do stupid things.
That's really not a lot of help to me, Father.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do you know what Lubosh was doing on the day Neuhof was raided?
Unfortunately, I do know. And I'd like to help you with your investigation, but I can't.
What?
I'm bound by certain vows that forbid me to tell you.
Vows more important than catching dangerous murderers?
There are laws of God above the laws of man, son. And one of those is the sanctity of the confessional.
Knew it.
Father, surely you can't be serious. There must be situations in which you can make an exception.
There are things that apply always, no matter what the circumstances. And this is one of them.
And don't call him Shirley. Oh, we've got a +3 modifier to normal speech here. Okay. That's actually higher than what it'd be like if we tried to do it by force.
But Lubosh is dead. You can't hurt him, but if you don't tell me, more innocent people may die.
If I told you, I would be betraying a vow that's a cornerstone of the Holy Church. If people believed the sanctity of the confessional couldn't be trusted, the consequences would be even worse than that.
Worse than the death of innocent Christians? Worse than the murderer escaping punishment?
No one escapes punishment.
Okay, well why did we get that bonus? That was weird.
Father, Lubosch was my only lead to the Neuhof raiders. Only he could tell me who was responsible for that massacre. If I don't find out who it was, it will probably happen again. Surely you wouldn't want that.
I wouldn't. But I can't betray the sanctity of the confessional. I'll tell you what. Give me some time and I'll try to think up some way of helping you. Suppose we talk it over in the evening, in the tavern, over a cup of good wine. Maybe we'll come up with something.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Are you asking me on a date, Padre? Yeah, I actually wanted to ask him about this.
Father, didn't I see you outside practicing swordplay? I wouldn't have expected that from a man of the cloth.
With a stick. I practiced with a stick. A reminder of my youth and days gone by, and it helps keep me in good form.
I bet he's one of the guardians of the village, I would imagine. Okay, I'm not sure about work, but what was our brief there? Meet the parish priest in the tavern in the evening. Well, that's fair. We do have some errands here we need to run through town. We need to go ahead and discover what these question marks are, and I also have a side quest here to visit the scribe to learn how to read, which I assume will take longer than what's expected. Okay. And we also have find out more about Limpy Lubosch, which I guess talking to the father might clear that quest, or there's more villagers to talk to. I don't know, but this is like a huge area. And I missed something over here, too. Well, it looks like it's the middle of the day, or it might be sunset. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, okay. First things first, speaking of the tavern... Well, we'll go back to the tavern. And thank you guys very much in the comments for letting me know that I can pay a lump sum and actually get this as a permanent home, which I'm going to do. I'm not exactly sure how much that's going to cost me, but hopefully I will have the coin. We have discovered Trader and discovered Scribe. Excellent. I actually need to sell off some stuff. I don't know if there's a blacksmith here in town. I did not see one. Oh, are you the scribe? No, you are the bailiff. We've already had a chat with you. Alright, hello? Oh, yeah, you are definitely a scribe. I see the books on the shelf.
Jesus Christ be praised.
That's a fashionable hat you're wearing.
I'd like to learn to read.
You? You don't look like the makings of a priest or clerk. But why not? I've taught all sorts. Bear in mind, it won't be all that easy. You'll need plenty of time and a few groschen for my trouble.
Okay.
All right. I don't want to waste time. We can get started. The sooner I master it, the better.
Very well. I will require some groschen from you, though, and set aside at least a couple of days so I can put you through your paces.
Yowza.
If indeed time is of the essence.
Oh, 50? That's not too bad. We got 529, but we don't have the time. We're trying to chase down a murderer. Well, let's see what happens here.
Here are your groschen.
Then we may as well start.
Oh, crap.
No. He did break his vow, but better than to dishonor it here. May he follow his heart.
I hope I didn't fail those quests.
Wake up, lad. It's time we were getting on. So, let's see you read a bit.
Call me Ishmael.
There's a book here on the table. Try to read it.
Will I manage?
You ought to be able to. It's a simple text. Come back once you've worked your way through it.
Okay. Is it... Was that inventory that I just got, or... Wait, hold on. Let's see. Bread, small armor's kit, bandage. Okay. Yeah, I think it is this book. Let's have a sit. Read. 1 a day, a country monk going to the nest of his goose found an egg all yellow and glittering. When he took it up, it was as heavy as lead, and he was going to throw it away because he thought a trick had been played upon him. He took it something on second thoughts, and soon found out his delight that it was an egg of pure gold. Every morning the same thing occurred, and he soon became rich by selling his eggs. He grew rich, he grew greedy, and thinking to get all the gold, once he got all the gold the goose could give, he killed it and opened it only to find nothing. Oh. A golden goose. That was really weird to read.
I've read the book.
Are we getting quizzed?
So tell me, what have you learned?
That being greedy doesn't pay.
Excellent! You're one of my most talented pupils. You've uncovered the meaning hidden in the letters. Like I told you, books are valuable, and the words that you place in them ought to be no less so.
Does that mean that I can read then?
Yes, you have the foundation. Remember, my boy, the pen is mightier than the sword. To fully learn your way around words will take a lot more reading yet. Now we'll move on to the second lesson, which will be much harder. Many books are written in Latin, the language of erudite and religious men. If you really want to be able to read, there's no getting away from Latin. There's a book on the table with some text. Read it and then come back. You need not understand it, but you should master the letters.
I only just managed the fable about the goose, and now you're asking me to tackle Latin.
You're a clever lad. You'll manage.
And I'm sure we will, but not at the moment. We've got other fish to fry. So I assume that's... I personally am not dyslexic, but I would assume that book and how it was written is very similar to how dyslexics see books and things of that nature. And the fact that they're able to get on that way is really commendable to me personally. Okay, what were we doing? Oh yes, we were exploring the rest of the town. That guy's got quite a crowd. Alright, so we got the grocer. I'm not sure what's over there. Unexplored place. Unexplored place. And then we had one down there as well. I think we may go ahead and pass that a little bit later. Where's Pebbles? Woo! Horse appears out of nowhere. Okay, whoop, easy. Let's not run over any ladies. Pebbles is the jealous sort. Alright, eat. Ah, Pebbles, what are you doing? There you go. It's not nighttime yet, so we'll wait until then to go talk to the priest. Are we going the right way? Yep, now we are. What is over here? Looks like an archery range. Am I correct? Hey! Okay, good. We can go practice our non-existent skills. Let's go through town and figure out what that is. If we see anything interesting, we'll of course stop, but I don't know if there's anyone particular that we need to talk to get rid of our B objective. I think the priest might be it. We just have to jump through some hoops, which is normal for an RPG. And this is not going through town, is it? Nope. Well, you know what? Since we've got some time, we will just head down here and see what this thing is. These look like buildings are on fire. It's alright, I didn't kill you. That's the important thing. I still am trying to find a blacksmith here. So I don't think... Yeah, we gotta keep on going past the sausage maker. Whoa! Got turned around there. Never text and ride, guys. I don't know if this is the sausage maker or just the butcher. Yeah, just the butcher. And now we'll go ahead and turn down this way and figure out what this area is. Because we do need to sell off some of the stuff we got from those bandits. These look like stables, though. Yeah, these are stables. And without slaughtered horses, so this is a definite switch from what we're used to. How do we get in there, though, is the question. I know I could go ahead and nap at the end, but... One thing I think I've kind of been neglecting is exploring all the places that are unexplored. Because this is what these kind of games are all about. This is about the exploration. Okay, here's the road. This is where we probably get it marked off on our map. Actually, this place looks pretty secure. Now that I think about it. There's no entrance. Ah, wait. Here we go. This way? Yep. We'll just ride through this farm. Horse trader. Okay. I'll get out of here, Pebbles. I know this makes you nervous. I like our horse. And like I said before, I'm not sure if Pebbles dies. God forbid. But if that happens... Careful, I don't want to hit a guard. There we go. I don't know if we can actually get Pebbles back or if we're going to have to buy a brand new horse, because that would suck. One thing I did like about Red Dead was the fact that if Leroy died, we could summon Leroy back. And due to the fact that Pebbles seems to have similar teleportation powers, we should be in good shape. At least I'm hoping. Now, I think if we go ahead and ride into town and get that unexplored place taken care of, it should be time to head to the tavern and see what that's all about. And also see how much it is to buy the room. I have to say, though, some of these towns are set up so well. I'll go down this road. And it looks like a bunch of people are in the tavern. That's a good sign. And who are you? Another grocer. Alright, I guess this town doesn't have a blacksmith. Henry, you could find a place to settle down here. Get a shop open. That poor guy. Alright. Easy there, Pebbles. Let's talk to the innkeeper. Oh, there's the bailiff eating and drinking alongside his people. That's nice of him. Innkeeper, there you are.
Good health to you.
Thank you, sir.
Have you got a bed for the night?
But you've already got a place to sleep. Or do you want to pay for a longer stay?
Yes, please.
Yes.
All right. Money up front, though.
200. Okay, can we haggle some?
That's quite a lot. Can we discuss the price?
No, it's raining here some. Let's start at 150. Oh, he did not want to talk, apparently. What was that about?
Have you got a bed for the night?
But you've already got a place.
Oh, I guess I didn't place
or
the...
do you want to pay for a longer stay?
Yes.
No problem, but you pay in advance.
May have been a mess up on my part.
That's quite a lot. Can we discuss the price?
Okay, how about right here?
Satisfied?
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
190? You know what? Fine.
You all like it here. Like sleeping on a cloud, it is.
You got yourself another home. You can sleep here anytime you like, and you've got your shared chest here, the contents of which are available to you in all your rooms, homes, and rented rooms. So we have a TARDIS, essentially, is what you're saying. And now it's raining. People are sitting in the rain. Actually, some of them actually left. That's cool. I like that. Oh, there's the priest. Let's have a chat.
The blessings of our Lord be...
And with you, lad. Take a seat.
Oh, that music stopped. I was like, Sit down with the priest. Fair enough.
I'm sorry I can't tell you everything. But maybe we can work something out. But first I'd like to hear something about you, my son. With whom do I have the honor? Where are you from?
I'm from Skalitz.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Earn the priest's
What
trust.
about your kin?
Okay, let's be candid.
They're dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Here. We'll drink to them. It must have been terrible.
It was terrible. It seemed so pointless. We had no warning. They just appeared and began the slaughter. God knows why. They killed anyone who didn't make it to the shelter of the castle. My parents, my girl, even the Deutsch who was on Sigismund's side. I didn't make it to the castle. I wanted to try and help my parents, but there was nothing I could do. Then I fled to Talmberg with the Cumans on my heels. They almost killed me. They slaughtered people in the surrounding villages. There was a pile of bodies in front of the church in Rovna. Folk who tried to take refuge there, but they...
My poor child. May God grant them eternal rest. And how did you come to get this assignment? I'd have expected Sir Hanish to send that old grouch, Bernard.
Well, technically.
He did, but I found a witness and the trail led here to Uzhitz, so he sent me here to follow it up.
Ah, well, congratulations. It's nice to see someone using their head to find things out instead of torture. We'll have to drink to that. Now the most important thing. What actually happened at Neuhof? The good folks hereabout are saying all kinds of terrible things, but I take most of it with a pinch of salt.
The rumours aren't exaggerated this time, unfortunately. The Neuhof stud farm was raided by bandits, but they didn't come to pillage or even take the horses. They only wanted to kill. They maimed the horses and slaughtered some people. I'm sure they would have killed more, but the bandits quarrelled among themselves and broke off the attack. And judging by what's left of our Lubosh, they're still settling accounts.
I see it's every bit as bad as people claimed. Dreadful. Well then, here's to those poor souls who had to die so pointlessly and so terribly.
I've told you all about me. Now it's your turn, Father. You don't look much like our parish priest at home. I noticed you're pretty handy with a sword. I wouldn't expect that of a man of the cloth.
You know what they say. The Lord moves in mysterious ways.
But this is a bit more mysterious than others.
Let's just say I haven't always been a priest. Fate led me to places where affairs were settled by force.
Right.
These days, of course, it's just a bit of exercise to keep me in shape.
Well, we've had an agreeable chat, but now let's get down to business. So, about this confessional seal. Do you really want more innocent people to die?
Henry, that's not how it works. There are matters in which you can't make exceptions because if you do it once, you'll forever be tempted to do it again. If people stop believing in the church because their confessional secrets are betrayed, they won't trust anyone, and that's worse than even the most hideous crime.
Okay, I realize why I had that bonus. I have the Highborn perk. So if I speak to a member of the clergy or nobility, I get a bonus to my my speaking skills. You're making excuses, then I've reached a dead end. Let's go ahead and let him know that we don't have any other options in the matter.
I understand, but that means I've reached a dead end. Those cutthroats will strike again, and I can't stop them.
Chin up, lad. I might have a solution.
What?
If I tell you what Lubosh told me, I'd be betraying the confessional secret. But first thing tomorrow, I'll try something I think might help you.
Word of honor?
On my soul.
I always wondered about the things a priest tells his congregation. Where on earth do you get the ideas for your sermons?
Well, Uzhitz isn't Prague. It's not enough to instruct people. They have to be entertained, too. If I only read from the Bible, I'd soon be preaching to an empty church.
Our priest wasn't exactly a bard. So what do you preach to your flock about?
It has to be something topical, condemning vices, and of course describing them in detail. The tongue lashing about the two popes goes down well these days, and stories from real life with a nice moral to them are popular as well, especially if they're about fornication and similar scandalous vices.
Can you give me an example?
Well, recently a priest by the name of Jan Hus started preaching in Prague, in the Czech language, and the people liked it. I hear he always has a full house. A journeyman who heard him told me what Hus is preaching, and I like the sound of it. I'm thinking about putting it in my own repertoire.
What's so amazing about it?
The preaching of Master Jan Hus about Mother Church. The lamentable wealth in which the church is drowning has turned to poison, and nearly the whole of Christendom is contaminated. Just like a flock of hungry ravens, they settled on this land to devour every grain of gold and silver. They know no mercy. Their hearts are corrupted by longing for wealth, and they shamelessly profit from everything.
Amen?
You want to baptize a child? Pay. You want to steal and murder? Pay and you will have absolution. What if the devil himself were to pay? Would he ascend to heaven too? With such money gained from the poor, they buy beautiful horses to ride and needless servants to pamper them. They gamble at dice and dress their whores in expensive furs.
Amen.
While Jesus Christ walked barefoot and had no place to lay his head.
Hallelujah.
Look to your consciences, you robbers of the poor, for you are seen by God and his people too. Amen.
Well, this Jan Hus character is quite a rebel.
Oh, the congregation will love it.
I don't doubt it.
Let's drink to that.
Funny.
I like this guy.
That last bit reminds me of someone.
What do you mean? My situation's completely different. Huth preaches against the prelates and the clerics who are robbing the poor. Look at me. I don't have a pot to piss in. I'm no better off than the folk I preach to. I'm one with them in poverty and suffering and everything that troubles them. I drink with them and curse those stuffed habits in Sasau Monastery.
Seems like he's trying to convince himself. Well, we're going to be running a little bit late this episode, but oh well. You want to preach against debauchery? This guy Haas sounds a lot like Martin Luther going against the indulgences of the church.
Don't you think it's a bit odd when someone boozes and lives in sin with a woman and then criticises the Pope for debauchery?
Are you getting drunk?
No, I don't.
What do you think of this Jan Hus?
He's certainly a wise man. A little overzealous for my taste. If he got out of Prague and came here for a look, I'm sure he'd stop condemning drinking and lying with women.
Yeah, gotta have a little bit of balance.
Where can I find out more about his teachings?
You like it? I copied down some of his sermons. If you're interested, you can read them at my presbytery.
Oh, that's convenient. I just learned how to read.
What do the common folk think of it?
They like it. They're happy to hear someone say what they think themselves, but are afraid to say aloud. Things that make them angry. And they're calling for change. In a few years, it'll have grown beyond control. You mark my words, the people will rise up, and the church will be shaken to its very foundations.
Yeah, unless they burn him at the stake first.
Nonsense. They can't burn a master of the most respected university in Europe.
Thanks for the sermon, but I think I've been morally uplifted enough. Oh, it's getting quite late. What are your plans, Father?
What do you suppose? We have a drink, of course.
Man, this guy can pound him down.
Ah, that sounds like a good plan.
I knew you wouldn't let me down.
That's how you earn trust. Oh, we reached a new level in drinking. Huzzah! Definitely seems like a man of the people. Uh-oh. I like the music.
Enough of this!
Oh, Lord.
Bailiff, come on over here, sit down and have a drink with us.
Don't vex me again, Father. It's 3 hours past dusk, and curfew is long gone.
So what?
So, I'll have you all whipped and put in the stocks, and I'll write a letter to the bishop about you, priest.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Everyone knows the only one around here who can write is me.
Enough! Men,
Wow.
throw them out.
Is this going to be a scrap? Oh, that is not the way to treat a man of the cloth like
You
that.
looking for a fight? Henry, back me up.
Yes. Here we go. Sinner. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, I'll tell you what, guys. I think we will go ahead and end the episode here, and we will have an interesting little brawl to start the next one. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.